Published 9:40 Eastern Standard Time, the 4th of March 2019, updated 15:58 Eastern Standard Time, the 4th of March 2019. A jihadi who left his peaceful home in New Zealand to fight with Islamic State says his biggest regret about joining the caliphate was never being able to afford a slave. Mark Taylor, 42, who was widely mocked as the bumbling Kiwi jihadi after alerting ISIS enemies to the location of fighters by enabling geotagging on a social media post, traveled to Syria in 2014. But he now claims he never fought for ISIS and only acted as a guard during his 5 years with the terror group on the border between the Islamic State's territory and that controlled by the Syrian government. Taylor, who is now being held in a Kurdish jail after being captured in northern Syria in December 2018, told the ABC's Middle East correspondent Adam Harvey that one of his regrets was never being able to afford a Yazidi slave because a decent one was too expensive. He fled the Islamic State in December 2018. Taylor, pictured, left New Zealand with the intention of being a martyr, entering Syria in 2014 to buy a slave. You're looking at least $4,000 American to buy an older woman, at least past 50 years old, he told ABC. And to buy a decent one, at least USD $10,000 or $20,000. ISIS took thousands of Yazidi women and girls hostage as sex slaves during their reign of terror. Taylor told the ABC he would be surprised if New Zealand refused to take him back. The nation doesn't have the same dual citizenship laws as Australia or Britain, who are able to revoke a person's citizenship so long as it doesn't leave them stateless. He said upon his return to his home country, he would expect to serve time in prison. I'm sorry for causing too much trouble and being a bit hot-headed and flamboyant in my approach. I don't know if I can go back to New Zealand, but at the end of the day it's really something I have to live with for the rest of my life. Kiwi jihadi Mark Taylor, pictured, has been detained in a Kurdish prison. After surrendering, Taylor, pictured, said he was in a pickle in the weeks before he fled the Islamic State. Taylor said he was in a pickle in the weeks before he left Syria. There was no food, no money, basic services were pretty much collapsed. I was in a pickle myself and had to make a final decision, which was to leave, Taylor told ABC. That was a hard decision to call, because people were telling me you can't leave, you came here for the sake of Allah, you came here to die. In 2015, the U.S. government declared Taylor a global terrorist. He had encouraged attacks in Australia and New Zealand, including releasing a YouTube video in which he told followers to stab a few police officers, soldiers on Anzac Day. Taylor has lived in Australia sporadically over the course of the past 25 years. He spent time in and out of prison in the Middle East, including a 50-day stint in his jail for tweeting with his location attached. Forgetting to disable the geotagging feature on his Twitter, Taylor took to the social media platform to ask for doctors and dentists to join him in 2014, a series of 45 tweets sent from the handle at @m_Taylor. Kiwi were saved by the Canadian-based social media jihad monitor iBravo. Taylor got in trouble with Islamic State officials for posting tweets with the location on. Taylor, pictured, said he would be surprised if his native New Zealand did not take him back in.